what the second draft of the game is going to have in store. And I just want to point out, by the way, that Honey T is a savior.
Yeah, you've come back to life.
I really have, yeah.
It's like you got rezzed by Soraka.
I think that I did get a W or two.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Well, actually, that was just G-Sun that came up here and gave me the T, but...
I'm kidding. You never need 2 Soraka W's to get to full HP. Like,
true.
All right.
Yeah, well...
Mordekaiser in the window to land the door. As Griffin going to decide what to ban next. Lee Song going to be banned away as Akali bites the dust. This is very fast.
Oh, you know. Soraka was second ban for Gen.G in game 1.
I always do this, by the way. UCal does not look amused, happy, or ecstatic, anything. Maybe I read too much into facial expressions and stuff, but definitely does not seem in a very great or lively mood. Neither did Tarzan, so I don't know.
Neither does BDD. I mean, I think they're just focusing right now on the pick ban.
Yeah, that could be it. That could definitely be it.
For now, I mean, if UCal gets like a kill or two,
I can pick Ornn. Oh, Set.
No, he can pick Set. He's happy because he got to pick Set.
Let me see the Tryndamere.
Ornn Tryndamere?
Yeah.
Ornn in the jungle, or Ornn mid.
Could be Ornn mid.
You can save the Tryndamere.
Tryndamere does have 2 potential really good Ornn items. I mean, he can also get Trinity Force for his Ornn upgrade.
Yeah, but you're not going to pick it yet. You got to take Helios.
Tryndamere does beat Set. It is a really, really brutal matchup. Now, Ornn can beat Set. Tryndamere ban in Phase 2. Galio gonna actually be banned away. This is something I talked about on stream a little while ago. Jarvan jungle, Galio mid, Set top. That is a wombo like no other.
That's Monka W right
Yeah,
there.
that is a really that's a really Monka W.
Just
Set
thinking about it.
just R's forward into the enemy team, Galio follow up, and then if Set can't be the one to do it, Jarvan can.
Yeah, having multiple outs.
Yep.
That's always good in a game where nothing is perfect.
And Zoe, they're going to counterpick support, and I don't mind this if they really do utilize the counterpick support. I swear, Valdez, if I see something like a Braum on 5, a Braum Tom Nautilus.
Braum Tom Nautilus.
I am.
Here it comes. Your favorite champion,
No,
Braum Tom Nautilus.
R5.
I know. I'm saying it's coming eventually.
That's a very nice counter matchup.
Yeah.
For UCal.
That's what happens when you show
All
the
right.
mid.
Okay.
They're taking away the Braum.
Zyra one time. If From gets locked in. Or any mage, really.
How about Brand?
Brand's fine.
I like Brand.
Any mage.
A big fan of Brand.
Any mage. Any single mage, Kellen. Lock it in. Anyone. Zillion, that's great! Yes! There's hope.
There you
Valdez.
go, it happened!
There's hope in the LCK.
It happened once.
When these sinners who pick Braum first blind get punished. Oh, it's absolutely great. This is fantastic. So, Gen.G with another vastly superior scaling team composition with insane amount of poke and mix-ups with the Bard, the Ornn, and the Zoe.
You must be a really big fan of Gen.G's drafting so far.
Oh, these two games, I think, have even outdone... Well, it's actually kind of hard to outdo that Soraka Yuumi. I'll tell you what. Actually,
true.
I'm sweating just thinking about it. Give me a second here. Hold on. But it's really close.
Yeah, no, I understand. And Gen.G, I think they still have like the same coaching staff from what I can tell. You know, Edgar's still there. They have, you know, same supporting coaches. From what I can tell, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, just adapting well to this meta that I know you've been talking about a lot in the current 2020 meta. But we're taking a look here at compositions. What do you think about Griffin's comp this time around?
So Griffin's team composition is much more mid-rangey. They don't really start getting completely blasted by Gen.G until the mid into late transition. That's where things are going to really swing over. All eyes need to be on Syndra, because if Syndra can get ahead, which UCal is supposed to in this matchup, then things can definitely get a little unstable. But Bard, he's a mage support that he's able to build tank and act as an assassin. It's really cool. What a great champion. As we do not have fan chance, we're going to jump right into game number 2. And to compound on it, remember, the solo XP lane changes means that Bard was indirectly buffed, because anytime he leaves his laner now, they are getting a little bit more value than they were last season. So Bard being able to also get a lot of value from the chimes, and then the nerfs to the jungles, means that Bard got a lot of help in Season 10.
Yeah.
And so, also, the way that the enemy team is going to itemize, they will have some magic resistance, but this is just really great. Valdez. This
You're
is
just
actually,
happy.
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. Hey,
I
it's
feel
been
like
2 good drafts in a row.
I feel like some of the drafts really just drained my soul. I felt like I was at Azkaban, the Dementors, you know?
But, the last game was kind of in the middle, right? Because there was one that was really great, and then there was one that was really
I
kind
got
of
to
bad.
see it get punished, so that's sort of like when the protagonist shows up.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, that's like when Goku comes down from the sky or something.
Yeah, of course. Goku, I know who that is.
You know who Goku is?
Yeah, I do.
Are you sure? What's his real name?
What do you mean? Oh, it's probably like Gohan or something.
I can't. Just leave.
Or maybe it's Vegeta. I know there's like 3 different characters that are like really big in the universe, but I don't really know their significance.
Do you know Majin Buu?
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Isn't he adorable?
Is that the pink guy?
Yeah, the really...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, my cousin was really into Dragon Ball Z, so I know some things actually.
Majin Buu is very cute. Very fluffy.
Yeah. What about those Android characters?
Android 17 and 18 are pretty fan favorites. 16 was pretty cool. And then...
oh, I thought there were only 2.
No, there's a lot. There's also Android 20. He was the... He's the guy in solo queue that says that he's a Smurf.
And then he rages at his team the whole time? When
then
he goes like 1-1?
Then there's a pro player on a Riot account in the game, and then he starts performing really badly, and the pro player calls him out and knows that he's not smart. It's one of those situations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Android 20.
Interesting. I played one of those DBC fighting games. As you're talking about getting early leads here for the Syndra, well, they get the flash out of it, but no follow-up there, as BDD did also have to heal to get away from the Jarvan, so it's a very nice early gank to get things rolling for the Syndra.
Now, Sword is down XP in top. A little bit bizarre. And, yeah, like what we just saw in mid lane, the Zoe Losing both of our summoners, that's the lane that we have to look at. It's the one that is going to dictate how the entire early and mid game will end up occurring. Sword is going to Haymaker. I don't know what you're doing building right there, Rascal. He's trying to be a little rascal right there.
Yeah.
Building right in front of his face.
Living up to his name.
And also, this is not the set nerf patch where the Haymaker cooldown is increased.
Yeah, I wonder how things are going to change when we do get the new patch, and when we will get the new patch here in Korea. I believe it should be
next week.
Next week,
yeah.
Because it did come out before the Wednesday, I think it was,
yes.
Right? So, yeah. Okay, well, early game, I think, inevitably, between these two teams is going to be a little bit, you know, down. We did have that early gank on the Zoe, so that was one good thing for the side of Griffin, trying to get Syndra going, as you were mentioning. But other than that, just farming it out. I'm looking towards Tarzan to do a little bit more in this game as well, be a little bit more active. As game number 1, he was on Elise, and he did a lot of nothing, really. A nice ward placement here to spot out Clid, but Clid actually reads it and is able to sweep it out.
Rascal's in a bit of a weird spot where they don't exactly know where Jarvan is yet, and so he's very low on mana. They're about to actually find out, though. Kellen, Barb's a cool champion.
Oh, man, he's out of there. Just like that. Didn't take him very long, as he just flashes to the wall, and then he takes a nice little magical journey.
Look at Bard, man.
Yeah.
What a lovely big ball of banana ice
cream.
So
is he kind of like Majin Buu? Is that his name? Yeah, he's kind of like him, but he's like gold.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
It's really great.
See, I made a DBZ reference.
Yeah.
I'm hip. I get it.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He is so cute. Oh my god. If you're a Bard player and you're watching this game, I hope that you feel very good.
Wasn't there like a caster, maybe it was Rusty, who's like a big Bard player? Someone really loves Bard. I forget who it is. I would always just see it on Twitter. Like,
yeah, Rusty.
Yeah, I think it is Rusty.
Rusty is a Bard player. There's also quite a few Bard one-tricks in Korea. Now, this champion is also busted, by the way. This champion is actually S+ tier.
Okay.
And we just haven't seen it for a very long time. Now, he's also
we see it
one
in
of
other
the
regions, though.
Bard is easily one of the most difficult supports in the game. And so that's usually probably why we won't be seeing it that often. Takes a lot of time to get good at and to really stand out on. If you just play Bard to play Bard and use this kit on basic, surface level play, it's not as good as when you're really good at Bard. So there's a lot of skill expression that the champion has, and that's also why he's so exciting as a support champion. It's very akin to Lee Sin or to Thresh, but even in different ways. Thresh, it feels like, has a much more straight-up identity of what he needs to do, and Bard has a lot of different ways of being creative because of his magical journey and the angles on Cosmic Binding.
Yeah.
But also, look at these hot cocos he gives you. What a lovely guy.
I like the one with the sugar cube. Oh, they both have sugar cubes.
They both have sugar cubes.
Yeah, they both, okay,
yeah, when it levels up.
Yeah, right.
Bard's hot cocoa ages like fine wine.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the sugar cube slowly falls into the cup.
Look at that. Look at that glass. I mean, the decoration on it is just... Okay,
it's
you know what,
green
Brom?
And Christmassy.
Brom is being
you
a little...
just call him Bum?
No, Brom.
Brom the Bum.
That little chunky monkey eating Bard's hot cocoa. Look at him.
He can't get enough.
Santa had a little too much to eat today. He's wondering where the cookies were to go with it. Oh my god.
I like how they're both wearing, like, Christmas skins. I assume that Bard skin is a Christmas skin.
Yeah, it's a Snow Day skin.
Which
is really good, and the chroma, it looks really nice. The original is blue.
Okay.
And if you don't have that, you can get it in the Riot store.
Oh,
for a certain amount of
where
RP.
can you find that?
Inside the client.
Oh.
Definitely a
You guys might
want
to check that out. Hashtag ad. Not really. We're ad free here on the LCK, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah. When do you think is the last champion like a Bard or a Lee Sin to come out? That was like
Zoe. Yeah.
You're gonna make a lot of people angry. Okay, well, going in here on the UCal, he's gonna actually miss the slow, but it doesn't matter as Glida has the follow-up, as does Zoe. Their reach as a duo is pretty insane, and you got to see that there, as even the blasting plant couldn't get UCal to safety, and first blood gonna go Gen.G's way.
Wait, who would you think would be?
No, I mean, I would say Zoe as well. It's just that a lot of people, you know.
I like Zoe. You know, actually, I'm about to get the broadcast muted really quick, but personally, I think certainly he is an insane designer. I actually like all of his champions. We take a look at his replay. Right here, Clid. With that ultimate, able
Somebody
to...
clip that. There's a lot of chatter going on there in that team. They're really talking a lot, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's something you would expect with any team that has ruler on it, but seems like the whole lot of them were really getting in there and chatting it up. Always interesting to see which teams like to chat, which teams don't. But now Griffin trying to shoot back and fire back, take the blue away. But, I mean, it's a blue for a potential Rift Herald that is going down here to the side of Gen.G.
Set right now, building Black Cleaver. Not going to be the Trinity Force. Jarvan also going tank Jarvan, so not going to be dealing a whole lot of physical damage either. And there's a Syndra on the team, so again, the question becomes how much are you really offering by building that item first? Other than that, we can see Rascal bombing Cinder into Catalyst for pure sustain. Lane swap initiated by Gen.G. And so now I think they're slow pushing.
Yeah.
They're denying some CS.
A little bit.
UCal is down in XP, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he died. He probably had a wave or half a wave.
Yeah, I mean, by a lot. BD is 9.4.
Yeah, that's true. He does have a wave.
You know what I would actually really like on this XP graph? There's one way I could imagine that it could be better. It would be to have little, like, percentages, 10%,
yeah, like markings and stuff as to where it is.
There's a word for that isn't marker. I just forget what it is called. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're lost with me.
Yeah.
You're not finding any help here?
It actually reminds me of, do you know what the ends of your shoelaces is called? Yeah, there's a word for it. Like the plasticky part?
Yeah. Oh, I forget.
Now
I used to know it.
Yeah. That is...
This is where you tell me and then I'm like, oh yeah.
I don't know it. I'm equally as frustrated.
Oh. Huh.
I know that I have known it, and that's the awkward part.
I don't know. Well.
Clid.
Just two NA boys on the broadcast. This is what you're going to get. A lot of cluelessness. We're just lost all the time. What are we going to do?
Okay, Valdez.
Yeah, what's up?
When was the 4th of July?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Pepe laugh.
What, he doesn't know? Pepe laugh? Is there, what is this, like a riddle?
There are people that they don't say July 4th.
What do you mean? What do they say?
Something else.
Oh, Independence Day?
No. They'll say a different date. Just look it up on YouTube. It's awful.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh man, I don't even like. That's even a level beyond my. Like,
yeah. So let's talk about what is going on though. We have a siege in mid. Bot tier 2 turret just got shredded. Ornn is still 3 levels away from getting any of his Ornn upgrades, but very much like game number 1, the laners on Griffin not getting any advantages, and remember, Syndra was the only one that could, and after Zoe had nothing going on, the follow-up play by everyone around the map nothing was achieved. Sword was living in front of Rascal's turret, never pulling the wave on his side, so they could do the QE dog down that Set is so good at doing, where you position the minions in front of your turret, and then Ornn is trying to get a crash. You use the Q movement speed to get between Ornn and the minions and then respond to the E. And if Ornn doesn't bellow his breath in response to it, he gets pulled in, you stand in front of him, he tries to E away, and then you chase him down with Conqueror stacks, do a lot of damage, repeat it, try to kill him with the Superplex later on. But we never saw that. We saw Sword consistently mismanaging his laning phase, even if he did manage to accrue a very slight advantage early on. Bottom lane, well, there really wasn't all that much that they could do by themselves. And even though Tarzan got Kellen's flash, he got BDD's heal and flash as well, nothing much really came from it. And so, now we're about to be back into a lull state. 3.5 minutes until Infernal Dragon. Hold on, though, as UCal and maybe Sword looking for something. There's no reason to fight. Rascal identifies that.
Yeah.
I am excited right now.
You're digging this Gen.G team right now. Yeah, they're just playing really smart League of Legends. And they're playing Gen.G style as well, you know, laid back, scaling. This is kind of what we know and love from Gen.G. And as I mentioned, same coaching staff from what I remember. And why not? I mean, they've always been pretty good, and they're doing quite well so far. It's still early on, but we've been liking what we've been seeing, as they did try to rotate into mid and punish that bot push by chipping down the mid tier 1. No real objectives on the map right now. No Shirley yet, no Infernal Drake, so it's just going to be a bunch more posturing in this one. Mid lane did not go the way that Griffin were hoping. They were really hoping for the Syndra to get ahead early, to get some ganks. He got the one gank, and then I don't know what happened after that. Nothing else really happened, so it just ended up being Zoe with the help of Plid actually picking up the kill. And having a great lane from there.
We're getting ping pongs now, and you've heard me talk about it ad nauseum on the broadcast.
Why don't you call it tennis next time? Just mix it up.
Ooh. I like how you're thinking about this stuff. You know what? I don't like that.
This is what they paid me for.
I don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you like how I was thinking creatively?
Well, I don't like it because you thought of it.
Oh, okay. But you like what I'm doing.
You know, it just doesn't really seem to fit, actually. And what we see happening right here, though, is that Syndra is playing badminton with Ornn. So, nothing is really going to...
Wow. Good one. It's really nice.
I had to raise the net a bit. You
wow.
know what I mean? Yeah.
You're so funny, Ellis.
Thank you. As Syndra resumes the volleyball practice up in top lane, she's going to push that wave right back into Ornn, and then, hold on, he's going to push it back into her. Here we go. Ready? QE. Oh, she mixed it up on me. I wasn't ready for that.
Just a Q and an auto.
Yeah.
Just, you know, trying to save that mana.
Now, Ornn can't freeze because of Sunfire Cape, but Syndra could freeze. And when you're losing, and when you need to draw the opponents to you, and there's no neutral objective on the map, there's no reason to have vision around left side river or even right side river because of the way of approach for Griffin. You can freeze, create a neutral objective, command the opponent come to you, and instead we're having ping pong. So if you're wondering why we're talking about table tennis, volleyball, and badminton.
Yeah, racquetball. I think that's another one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that one to you. I will, you know.
We won't include the ones that are like where you bounce stuff off the wall, like squash or like handball or something. That doesn't count.
What do you think is the most important role in baseball?
Well, it's hard.
Hold on.
Kellen had to flash into this. He is... Why did he die? He didn't die for so long. He did huge burst damage. On top of that set, Tarzan going to have to stop watching here, but look at that poke that's coming out already. Syndra doing a nice job stunning people up, and down will go the health bar of MF, but Set Sword trying to bring in Rascal. But in goes Clit into that backline, and there's nothing that UCal can do to get away from that one. Big time knock up on the Sword now. He's not going to be able to survive 3-on-1, and Viper just has to run away. And so you get the 1-for-1, but they were trapped in the jungle, and Gen.G were able to take him out.
And I mean, at this point, it really is all that she wrote. Just like game number 1, the Syndra did not get ahead. And so when that was the only real out for Griffin, assuming normal things will occur, Gen.G's team composition is just going to come online. It's going to roll you right over again. And VDD, I think, is building towards Rabadon's death cap.
Ooh!
I am, honestly, this is the day of LCK for me. As Brad takes a magical journey right through.
God, he's such a Chad.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's so low for so long, he just turns around and bobs the Braum.
The Orn Horn comes out, Tarzan goes golden set, doesn't have a champion that he can go onto from this angle anyway, and especially not when he's behind. And so, the only real options for him anyway are Orn and Jarvan, or Orn and Rek'Sai. And the other champions do such a good job at locking him up and creating problems for him. The Affilio, Zoe, and Brad.
Nice!
I'm gonna push.
Goodbye. Goodbye, nice.
Bye.
Nice.
Oh.
No heal.
No heal.
I like his nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his nice.
Have you ever watched Key and Peele Noise?
Yes, actually. I think you might have been the one that showed that to me.
Noise.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of a thief.
Oh, Brad! Oh, I'm getting all hot and bothered now, Brad. Look at Kellen go. Why don't we get more Brad in the LCK? This guy's awesome.
Look at him. Where do you think Brad's going? Oh, man. Look at his hot cocoa.
Oh, man. He definitely hangs out with all the hottest dudes.
Yeah. He definitely. Oh, man. It's definitely Brad from high school.
Yeah.
As Rabadon's death cap probably going to be completed here soon. Ornament's going to start coming in hot as well. Black Cleaver already completed for the Rek'Sai. Death cap is going to bring Zoe to effectively 3 items. Just off Ornn upgrading it. So
how do you feel about her 0 penetration, though?
She's going to build a Void Staff. So this is
third
totally
item.
Fine. Now, also, if you've never played with Ornn, or if you do play Ornn, make sure to tell your teammates or do it yourself. Move your. I was just about to talk about it. Move the death cap to item slot 1, and it'll get upgraded over the Ludens.
Yeah, well,
Ornn
too late for that one, and might be too late for Sword. As, well, he's going to be killed from the ground. Gets caught in his, well, it's not his jungle, it's actually Gen.G's jungle, and down he goes.
Ornn upgrades the furthest most left item in your inventory. So you need to move the death cap to the left of Ludens, and you'll get the upgrade. And so by not doing that, BDD has actually just lost a lot of AP. So very
that could be
unfortunate.
game-changing. I mean, it probably won't in this case.
There was a instance, I believe in the LEC, where the AP ratio difference would have mattered on a kill.
Yeah.
And that was very surprising. Yeah. So even if it doesn't matter in this game, it's still not a reason not to do it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always got to min-max. Don't be lazy. Buy your wards. Place your Ornn items in the right spot. Do the right thing. As we'll get there eventually. We got Redemption. It's the only real item here for Brad so far. We'll see if that gets upgraded. Total gold. It is going to be Viper in second, and then 4 other members of Gen.G ahead or right below him.
And at this point, it's just going to be a bit of a waiting game until the next dragon comes up, unless the Zoe Bubble Trouble hits or a Brad ultimate. And it's just honestly waiting at this point. Black Cleaver upgraded now as well. Ruler not going to have an Ornn item for a while, but that's okay. Ornn is able to build it.
Yeah.
He has built the Redemption.
You're just taking a closer look there at the upgraded Black Cleaver.
The Obsidian Cleaver. It actually looks really cool. There's something about the hue.
Yeah. It's kind of like a shiny Black Cleaver.
Yeah, it really does look like a shiny Pokemon, Black Cleaver.
That's what
Which, by the way, the new Pokemon comes out in 4 months.
But I thought the last one got like really bad reception.
What?
Right?
Did it? I don't think so.
Wasn't that the one with like the Pokedex thing?
Yeah, well, that's what the new Pokemon is. Look at these tunnels, man! This is an ant colony.
Yeah, the right side of the map.
Wow.
This is insanely lit up right now.
That is a beautiful shot. That honestly looks like a pyramid. Almost of sorts.
Is he Illuminati? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's him and Brad.
I think we found out.
I knew there was a reason they were just so awesome. All right, this
is a bad angle.
Might be pinched here, Rascal.
Oh, now it's good.
They're gonna get the sleep here onto the Braum, but he gets hit from the side. VDD taking a lot of damage. They get the knock up onto the Syndra, but there's really no way for Gen.G to enter the fight. How about now, though? BDD popping off. Able to thread the needle there. Hits Yukal through a lot of people, and now they're going to be able to push the turret.
Now at this point, it really is a slow rinse, wash, repeat. These have been, this really has been the cleanest game. Or, well, the series has been the cleanest display, I think, of any LCK team so far.
Yeah, it's really methodical. And just, you can tell there's like, they're playing with confidence. There's no rushing involved. It is not going for the kill there. A lesser jungle may have stuck around and gone for that one, but they do not need to. Gen.G is better than that. And now we are going to be, again, kind of sitting here waiting for the next dragon. We got 3.5 minutes. We do have the Baron available, but the Baron is no longer that end-all be-all buff. And so nobody's really going to make a big play towards that. If anything, we will have a big team fight around the Dragon Soul, the Infernal Dragon Soul. That's a lot of fun for a Zoe, especially.
Yeah.
You're going to be bopping people.
Yes, and honestly, it's the best possible soul for this team to get outside of Ocean, which isn't available.
Yeah.
Mountain, not super valuable for a team that is just trying to mainly poke and everything. I guess it does matter if the enemy tries to pull the trigger, but there's ways to poke and whittle down the shield and whatnot, so I think the Infernal in the Ocean is definitely a lot more valuable. And Cloud Soul would obviously be the worst. So Ornn probably about to hit level 15, and once he does, he'll upgrade Bard's Redemption. As Sword doesn't really have anything to do. Full Tank Jarvan doesn't really do anything either. And so it's mostly MF and Syndra versus the entire planet. Bard is a non-factor. Isn't it great? It's really cool. I think it's awesome.
Bard?
Or not Bard, Braum.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was going to say, like,
Jeez.
how dare you say that about
I'm
Brad?
glad that I was testing you.
Oh, man. I mean, they do have similar names, but Bard's name is obviously cooler. As here we go, they're going to find Yukal. They could line this up. They're not going to go for it, though. Again, very, very calm. They're not forcing anything. Then look at Klid's position now. He's considering coming in from behind. So he's not going to. Sets up another tunnel. Kind of looks like they're corralling Griffin.
Yeah.
Over here to the right side. Exhaust is going to come down. We do have the Ornn in the front, but he's super tanky. Does get denied there. And all Gen.G have to do is they don't have to take a fight. If they did, they probably would win, but they don't have to. So they'll just poke you down. They'll clear the wave with Zoe. Let BDD do his thing. And Iroh, you can see that he's pretty chunked right now. You can get a couple more. I'm not sure about that one, Klid. A couple more hits with some Trouble Bubbles or Pal Stars. Could have some fun times for Gen.G.
Well, 50 seconds now until checkmate can end up coming via the Infernal Soul. Now, normally I'll talk about how Elder can be a way back in for the losing team, but I feel like the overall advantage with an Infernal Soul, it would really take a miracle for Griffin to even get into a position to get a hold of that Elder.
Yeah, I mean, you could just deny vision, and Zoe by herself could probably deny you entrance into that area. It's going to be incredibly difficult for any kind of flank teleport ward to be placed down, just given the fact that Gen.G are in the position that they are in right now. You can see Sword is trying to position himself for a flank. As you can see, trying to come in from behind. They should know about this. High Rope is incredibly low already. They're trying to turn here. Ruler is going to just be saved by Mr. Brad. Is going to try to flash away, but big bullet time this time around by MF. And the hard engage by Griffin. They may have found an opportunity here. They're flashing on in. They're going to find Bard in this one. And a double kill for MF means that now Griffin will be able to pick up this Drake and deny the soul for yet another 5 minutes.
Oh. And that's a very big win, and it comes at such a clutch timing. Now, only 20 seconds on the death timer, so that's why you're not seeing Griffin barrel down over to the Baron, because with the Magical Journey and Home Guard available, Ruler and Kellen would both be able to get there. And let's just see how this all basically started. This is a super insane engage by Sword that is so unnatural to be able to get a hold of Ruler like that, and then wombo combo the MF ultimate. Like, yeah, just do it, forehead. But it ended up happening. Gen.G's positioning, getting flanked and whatnot, has ended up costing them, and interestingly enough, it was Griffin who held such superior states of the game against their opponents earlier this week, and then ended up losing in very similar fashion. So the game is, it's hanging on a thread right now for Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get more fights like that, then perhaps they could make it work, but I feel like that's kind of a one and done kind of thing. Gen.G, I could have sworn they saw the ward go down in the Dragon Pit, which would have made you think, hey, there's probably a guy over there, but I suppose they did not see that ward come down. So Sword was able to pull that one off. And, I mean, that's kind of what Griffin's comp is going for, right? They have the ability to wombo combo pretty nicely with Jarvan, MF, and Set. If he can get a nice flank and isolate one person, can make it work. But once again, I'm going to have to wait about 3 minutes. This is weird how the meta, you know, dragons maybe unintentionally, especially Dragon Souls, I should say, unintentionally became so strong that now you're kind of just like waiting in between dragon fights, especially here in the LCK with Gen.G.
Yeah, Dragon
like,
Souls are really the ones, but the first two dragons are, they're
just up in the air.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And now Infinity Edge completed. Ornn is also level 16, so hopefully he... All right, I think he's going over right now. He's about to tap the workshop, get ready for the Infinity Edge. Here comes the Molten Core.
Molten Core?
Yeah, it's on the minimap. You can see Ornn building it. He's hugging Aphelios. Get over there and give Brad... Rascal. This little rascal over here. He's not even...
Yeah.
This is honestly a little... This is upsetting.
A bit disappointing.
Or, although maybe they're waiting for Locket completion in order to upgrade that instead. That would be surprising, though, because if they could communicate to one another about the Ornn upgrades and how to do them, I don't think that we would have seen the Luden's mistake.
Well, maybe because of the Luden's mistake, they're like, let's be extra careful.
Oh, that is...
You know? There's also that kind
Well,
of, you know, you didn't think about that one, right?
That's why you are the play-by-play. Yeah. All right, for the pick-by-pick.
I get it.
Yeah.
I play the game, and I by-play it as well.
Man. Hello.
Whoa. And, yeah, I mean, it's really close to that Locket, so might as well, if you are waiting, pick that up. Griffin had decided maybe we'll fight before the dragon. a lot of posturing, you know. If they can gain ground here in the middle of the map, that will be really great going into the fight.
It's really strange to me that Viper's just taking all of the mid farm when Syndra's in such close proximity, because Syndra's the one that needs the major item completion on that Rabadon's before this next fight, and I'm not sure how close UCal actually is. Let's see if he channels a recall after this. And if he does...
God, Sword. Please
all right,
hit a cannon.
he's not doing it.
It's like cannon number 5.
He's missed?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
He misses them in really obvious ways, too.
He doesn't want the cannons. That's not his favorite.
That's too good for them.
That's actually not his favorite piece to have in Risk.
Okay. Cannons are 2019.
Yeah. Correct.
I see. Okay.
Can we upgrade the orange? Because this is the ending team fight.
Yeah, I mean,
And
should do
honestly,
it now.
if Sword gets yet okay, wait, Sword might get picked off here. Wait, what?
Okay, gonna land a bubble.
They could just kill him, and then they can use Bard ultimate. I don't quite understand why Sword was just allowed to live, because they had the tremor sense. They knew about him.
Well, they should know where he is now. Smite does come down, slowing him and trying to make him fight this fight. But look at Griffin; they're gonna get there much faster. And they have control of the river right now. A lot of room, though. UCal is going to be in that for quite a while. Able to lock it up. Iroh getting extremely low, but has that stopwatch. Rascal still in the front. Tarzan looking for the engage. Does not find it. He gets burst and put to shreds. As Sword is going in too, but he's all alone. Is going to be able to take out the Ornn, though. And so it's a 1-for-1. VDD having trouble landing this, but he should be able to land this one. Nice unbreakable. Viper going nuts. He's going forward. He takes out VDD. He's able to cleanse, but he's not going to be able to live. As Clid will be able to take him out on the backside. As the Rek'Sai comes back to haunt you in your nightmares at the end of the team
And
fight.
that was way too close for comfort. Rascal almost single-handedly losing Gen.G the team fight. And we'll talk about how and why inside of this replay once we get to it. 6-9 is the score right now.
Nice.
As Clid and Ruler are looking to raise this mid-tier 3 turret. They're going to get this inhibitor. Aphelios doing a lot of things right now. Has the Infernal Soul. It's going to be really hard to lose that next team fight. Interestingly enough, the Redemption and the Locket did change places. In Bard's inventory,
you know?
So maybe that is what they're going to try to do. So once we take a look at the replay, which we might not get until after this fight, because I don't know why, but Gen.G are bursting. They're
All right,
just gonna
Tarzan.
flip.
Tarzan.
What? No, they're not.
Nope. Okay. Tarzan decides, no, I mean, my life is more important than the Baron. Now, he was down 3 levels, so it is kind of
He's down
hard to
3
get
levels, and the other thing that I'm trying to think of
that.
is
Rascal probably at Smite.
if Bard Temper Fates one Nexus turret, can they end? And okay, so right here, pay attention to this really quickly. Braum uses his ultimate right away, goes golden, and then after this, Braum gets away, and Rascal waits an eternity to just do certain things, but also ultimate cast really late. And even if Bard, or even if Braum, you're anticipating something inside of the team fight for him to use his shield, cast it at a really weird angle.
Clid is so
and everything,
good,
Clid finds his way into the backline, and he really saves this fight along with Ruler.
It's really all him, though. Got into the back line, assassinated UCal, assassinated Viper, who had moved forward. Just that really sneaky maneuver to come around the back side of the fight. They had no idea he was there. And so now Griffin decide, okay, they were thinking about pushing down, but then they say, no, we probably can't actually push as fast. And so they are maneuvering to come on up to the top side and defend. Sword on Vision now, though.
That was a very far...
Well, they do get him to move back, but, I mean, with Braum over here, you're really not going to be able to catch that guy.
Now they're just trying to execute a 4-1-0 in order to try to close out this game. They're having the Rek'Sai with the Baron buff escort the minions in mid.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're about to push up into top. Bard ultimate still ways away to coming up, but Braum is separated from Syndra.
VDD had a great early and mid game, but he hasn't really been having
Ornn
to pop off.
hasn't upgraded.
Yeah, I don't know. He's busy.
And also, when he's out of combat with Bard, it's pointing lines at him, telling him that he can upgrade. So,
Yeah.
I think a little bit of lost sight might be going on here.
Potentially. Not sure what's going on there. And this is what I was talking about. I feel like VDD should really be lining him up and taking him down. He was very effective early on in the game, but so far in these later team fights hasn't been lighting people up as much. He's going to move towards mid side. They don't get the inhibitor. They're still just trying to maneuver. They get the turret. They're going to be happy with that instead. Okay, they found UCal. Are they going to go in on this one? Big time knockup, but where is the damage? He is going to get away. VDD went way too far in the backside there, but he is going to survive somehow, some way with the heal. As Set not able to do anything either. Aphelios just able to lock them all down as finally VDD is going to pop one of the members. Gen.G will end up taking this game in 39 minutes. Very meticulous, very methodical, very Gen.G. It's what we know and love as Ruler. Viper trying to bait them into a fight here, saying let's go, but that's going to be it. GG, Gen.G will pick up the 2-0 in tonight's best of 3 up against Griffin.
Yeah, and it feels really good if you're Gen.G, because this was one of, I mean, I think it's the cleanest series that we've had in terms of actual macro level play that doesn't have variance or anything of that nature going on, and so it's really nice to see this kind of game end up happening. Nahyun coming out on stage, and Tarzan does not look like he is
Yeah.
not happy.
It's rough. He wasn't really able to get anything going in games 1 or 2. He had a couple of okay cataclysms there in that second game on the Jarvan, but he wasn't really having his pop-off, 5-head jungle moments that we're used to. And part of that is draft, part of that is the way that the lanes are going. We talked all about that in game 1. But Gen.G, I mean, we should talk a lot about them because they deserve a lot of praise after this game specifically. They just really look very clean in their straightforward, methodical play and their nice scaling drafts.
Yeah. So hopefully this is not just a fluke. Hopefully we do get to see more of this in coming weeks, as it would definitely be very nice to see. This kind of a series would live up to the hype of what many people would have expected. Even though it didn't have any sort of Lane Kingdom type of dominance, it had the cleanest play that we've seen so far in the LCK 2020, and also even through Kespa Cup. And also remember, Gen.G was a part of the perfect game earlier this week.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah. Must be nice.
Must be nice
to have that kind of roster and that kind of drafting.
It's okay.
Yeah, the roster.
Like
What do you think is better, the roster or the drafting?
The drafting.
Drafting for sure?
For sure.
Okay.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, really got to hand it to them.
Take a look at some of the highlights here. Nice Ornn knock-up right there onto Sword. Ends up getting superplexed right into the Jarvan Cataclysm wall. That has to hurt. Okay, I'm not quite sure how you pick up Ornn. He is quite heavy, but
VDD accidentally stopwatched in that fight. That looked weird.
Sword getting knocked up right there. And Ornn and Rek'Sai just doing things. Ornn and what? Rek'Sai and Bard.
I don't know.
I am...
It's day 4.
Stop.
You have another day.
Right. Ornn ultimate blocked there by Iroh on the Braum. And this was the fight that was, honestly, it's an unrealistic approach. This is one of those things that I was talking about where at this level, it is so unfathomable to see stuff like this end up happening. And it took that to turn a fight So in this highlight right here, Set superplexing and Clid eventually going around for the flank. And, you know, BDD really did put in a lot of work as well. Ruler uses the heal right at the very end there, flashes backwards. Viper trying his best, but not able to. We're going to go into team voice really quick.
야, 신들어 봐. 신들어. 걸렸다. 신들아. 얘기할게. 걸어갈게. 소박해놨어. 앞라인부터. 시간 높을. 나봐줘. 딜 못해. 딜러 딜 못해. 딜 봐줘. 소박. 나이스. 앞에부터 세트. 나이스. 아, 천천히.
Slowly.
끝내자.
And there they said nice.
굿바이. 룰러. 굿바이. 끝내자. 알았어. 지게나. 지게나. 룰러. 됐어 막. 클리드야.
Some other stuff that they did mention there was BDD was spamming saying, you know, look at me, take care of me when he was being piled on there. Also the setup for the knockup after Kellen did land that Bard ultimate. Nicely done. I mean, this is one of the teams that talks the most for sure. So it's cool to listen in and hear what they have to say. MF did a lot of damage, but the gold graph really does tell the story of the way that the game did go. There was that one tiny little hiccup that you can see there at about 27 minutes, but other than that, all Gen.G all the way. Very clean showing. We were talking about how this means a lot for Griffin, and it's because we're not really sure what to expect from their team, but honestly, they kind of got clapped tonight by Gen.G.
Yeah, they really did. And Griffin continues on to their loss streak, and obviously, the players don't look very happy. Every time they're in
if you're losing, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah,
right?
obviously. Tarzan obviously looking very frustrated. Yeah. And also, taking a look now at the player of the game, it will be Clid in the jungle now, 200 points.
Yeah, picks that one up. This was another game where it did feel like a team effort overall, but Clid was really the one that got it going here, was in the right position with Tremor Sense, finds UCal. And that, you know, we were talking about how one of the keys to the game here for Griffin was to get their mid lane going. That did not happen because of Clid. And one of the main reasons I voted for him was his performance in team fights. In this sense, he found another pick onto Sword here. Just little things like this. And then, of course, the team fight where he came from behind and assassinated this one.
Yep. Got right on to UCal. And there was just really not much that could be done here.
Yeah.
As they clean it up. So we're going to hear from him in the MVP interview.
That we will. Clid and Kellen. Looks like Kellen with that standout performance on the Taric in game 1. Really got to hand it to him. 5 out of 12 votes. But we are going to hear from him anyway alongside Clid. And we'll have to see what they do say. If you know, you were talking about Griffin kind of down in the dumps, Gen.G should be very ecstatic, excited with the way things are looking to the start of their season. Wasn't sure about that first game against KT, but then once they turned that around, it's been looking up so far here in week 1. So they are going up against Daewon next week, so that'll be fun. But I'm going to hand it over to Ji-sun for the translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Season with the translation, and let's hear from Kellen and Clid from Gen.G picking up 2-0 victory tonight. Kellen, this is your first POG ever. 2020, February 8th. How are you feeling right now? This is my first experience, so I'm really happy. So, your previous match was your first win, and this time this is your first POG. Well, the teammates were celebrating it together with me. And also, the people at our team working for us also celebrated our first win. And Clid, POG for 2 times in a row. Are you satisfied with your performance? I think we are cleaner and we improved our performance. Yeah, I'm kind of satisfied. Yeah, I mean last time BDD Clint both mentioned the game was not satisfying. We kind of executed the play style we wanted, and we did it really cleanly. So yeah, we are very satisfied today. Kellen, in the previous KT match and today, you guys went with very similar competition, Kalista and Tariq. Did you guys plan it in advance, or was that like compromised during the pick and bans? Kalista Tariq is a really powerful champ, and both Ruler and I are good at those champions. Is that one of the Gen.G's winning recipe? We got plenty more. And the last pick for Griffin was Nami, which is not a very mainstream champion. We didn't make any comment about Nami. We just said let's go ahead, let's have a lot of pressure during the laning phase and get a kill in level 6. Then who made this call for this invade? I think I did, because I had her in vision, so I called my teammates to go for it. And after this kill point, GenG was accelerating the lead. Did you expect that this would snowball this hard? Well, during the pick and bans, Griffin took champions that needed a lot of priority in the laning phase, but they made a big mistake in level 1, so I think it was really an effective point over there. But we played a bit slowly because game number 1, mid and jungle both have priority, so we let the opponent take the turret plate gold, so we should improve on that. So we focus a little bit on farming, so we both were playing a little bit defensively. And Kellen, Bard. 2 Bard games so far. I've practiced Bard quite a lot. It's been before this, but I didn't really use it during the screens, but I saw the perfect angle today. And Clid, with their victory, Rek'Sai is on a 5-1 record so far. Why is Rek'Sai so strong? Well, Rek'Sai is a very strong AD damage jungler, so it's also easier to get the priority in the early phase of the game. But we have another highlight with their Rek'Sai play, with this awesome flank angle. We were actually doing damage at the front line, but they managed to come in a nice angle, so our players were having getting a lot of damage, so I told my teammates to watch for me. So I was able to go for a nice flank there. Why did you decide to re-engage? I had GA, I had Flash, and I knew that the enemies didn't know where I was at. They were a bit flustered, so I could catch shot, so I was confident enough to re-engage on them. So you were trying a lot of flank angles, you were playing a bit isolated. Why was that? Rek'Sai is really good at split push, and you can group up with your teammates really fast, and also I can like 1v1 with top laner, so I try to kind of play alone in the side lane as well. Clid, what's your goal for the split then? Kellen, I won a trophy with my teammates. Clid, would you like to give him a help? Any message for Kellen? So Kellen joined our team. He's the youngest member, so we're gonna take a good care of him, and we want to reach further with all together. Congratulations on your win, and this will be the end of the interview. Kellen, Clid from GenG. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji-sung, for the awesome translation, as always. Hearts out in the chat. But anyway, guys, that was a really nice game there by GenG. I was really impressed. Good stuff. Now, what do we have next on the slate for tomorrow? We have Sandbox versus Dragon X. That's a nice little game that we have next. And Afrika versus Hama Life is also actually really nice, especially with Hama Life proving.
Those are some bangers.
Yeah, that's a big day. I'm jealous. How's your voice doing, LS?
My voice is. I'm gonna be just fine with these honey teas.
Okay.
Okay.
What if there's all of a sudden no more honey tea left in the entire studio?
I will. It's fine. Alice is gonna.
I might have to, slide
in there. Yeah. Standings.
Yeah, it's a really great
now
day, though, for
at
sure.
the top. Damwon gonna have to wait and see what happens to Dragon X tomorrow, as that's gonna be an exciting game with also Afrika versus Hama Life. Gonna be another big one that's gonna cause some swings in the standings. So, Afrika, what are they gonna do against Hama Life? Are we gonna see Soraka again? Please say yes.
Yes.
And Sandbox versus Dragon X is also gonna be really, really nice because will Chovy be starting? And if he is, we get to see, I don't know, Lance versus Red or something. I don't know what.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
We get to
it
see
depends
Summit
on what level
Chovy.
of the Elite 3 Summit is in, but I think it might be that matchup.
It definitely could be.
I think I read something, maybe it was Ashley Kong or someone did an interview where Chovy was actually like a really comfortable top laner, so we might see more and more of Chovy in the top lane. Anyway, you guys can find out tomorrow if that does happen. Sandbox versus Dragon X, and then Afrika versus Hanwha Life, which Hanwha Life right now is actually on the up and up, so make sure you catch those days. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.